Good morning to everybody. We are very, very happy to be here in Nairobi. What I would like to highlight is that we have a long-standing cooperation on research with Africa. With some countries, we have a science and technology agreement, namely with South Africa, since many years.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you so much for the opportunity for having come to this meeting that brought together AU and EU.
In Kenya, the EU invests substantially in the transition to a green and climate-neutral economy.
We want to promote, obviously, exchange and innovation from Europe to Africa, but we also want to promote intra-Africa.
This requires more engagements and consultations of senior officials, but also experts, technocrats, and most of whom you are gathered in here. Therefore, this will be a technical decorum, a convocation of technical minds. And I'm looking forward to those researchers, scientists, engineers, and tech survey participants who are gathered here physically, but also virtually.
This was for us a great platform to present our work and to support also the European authorities, in particular the European Commission and the different DGs dealing with these topics. And it was for us a great opportunity to show with evidence what we are doing.
I didn't know what to expect of this event, to be frank. That's the first one I participated to, but it was like very enriching. There are a lot of discussions ongoing, like between a lot of actors from different places. Yesterday was an event about climate change and how the European Union and the African Union should work together towards implementing some work toward tackling climate change. And I feel like this is in these kind of situations where we can talk about electric mobility and work on awareness that this solution exists on the African continent and that we have to support them. So this is like the mission that we had at this event, and I'm happy that we could meet so many people in this field.
The second day, where we had a fantastic pitching session, we provide opportunity to our incubators and accelerators to bring their startups and give them the floor to present themselves to a wonderful audience.
The point for me is really to continue this conversation with local actors, with African Union, with of course people from European community, and see how we can contribute to bring solution to improve the public health in LMICs and especially in Africa, where our company is really committed to provide solutions.
So it was a very, very amazing opportunity. Thank you to the Global Center for Climate Mobility, but also the European Union and the African Union for bringing together the stakeholders, going through the needs and also being able to work together for interventions around this strategic partnership.
There is more will from across the board to fund and to participate in more in generating new ideas and new innovations. That's very exciting also.
And I think that higher education institutions are those providers of training and research capacity which can really connect across different disciplines and make a difference to follow through a pathway for development which is not just a re-edition of the development that we saw in the Western world, but it's something new and sustainable and fair for everybody through this innovation agenda.
And so my hopes and expectations for this AU-EU innovation agenda are that it will inspire not just us in the Guild and Aurora, but the wider sector to really think through how we can do things differently, how we can do things for the long term, how we can build institutional capacities so that we can really bring about lasting transformations in our abilities to address climate change, the digital transformation, and challenges around global health.
The proper coordinated and partnership-based collaboration has largely been lacking. So we really need to make use of efficient resources, efficient use of our time, and support our member states better and reach out better.
It is very important to bring the African Union member state point of view into the development of such important document. So a lot of governments in Africa are inviting us academics to work, bring funds for innovation and development, and it's crucial that while we are doing this, we can also give our input as local scientists on what could be the further development of this very important partnership.
The culmination of all this is this event in Nairobi, where on one hand, many of the stakeholders who participated in this questionnaire have come, but also additional ones, and it gives an additional space to discuss whether we're getting it right or whether we need to adjust, and also to already start the conversation on how we're actually going to implement this together. So 2020 really was about a discussion between, let's say, the institutional level and the stakeholders, because we want to make sure this agenda is going to be carried forward, is going to be owned by all of us.
This is seen as an enduring dialogue. It's not just a one-shot experience that starts and ends today and then tomorrow, but no, it's something that we're doing as culmination of a dialogue, starts and then we continue throughout the next few steps with the hope to finalize an agenda that is indeed as hopefully impactful as possible.